He's the all-star pitcher for the L.A. Dodgers. Clayton Kershaw back on the program. Good morning, Clayton. How are you?
I'm doing good. Good morning.
Do you care who wins the NBA Finals?
No, I don't care, but I watch. I enjoy it. I think I kind of think the Warriors are gonna. It's not gonna be as close as everybody thinks it is, but yeah, I'll enjoy the games for sure.
Do you watch the Lakers? Are you a Laker fan, or do you have to be a Laker fan?
Yeah, I have to be a Laker fan.
Mm-hmm.
I grew up in Dallas, so I follow the Mavs a lot. Dirk is kind of my guy. I love Dirk. He's awesome.
Did you go to the finals when Dirk won his championship against LeBron?
Yes, my buddy found tickets, scalped some tickets, and so we were like at the top, like nosebleed. We didn't go to the punching game, but we went to one of the games, and it was awesome.
Wait. Didn't you have any juice to get good tickets back then?
No, not yet. I didn't have that juice yet.
When did you get juice in L.A.?
That's a good question. I think I'm not great at that stuff. I don't know how all that stuff works. How people have, I got this guy, or I know somebody that can know somebody that gets you. Like I don't know all that stuff, but every once in a while I can stumble into some good tickets.
Yeah, but you need a guy who will make the call to say, "Hey, I'm calling for Clayton Kershaw. He'd like to sit courtside at the Lakers, and he would like to go to this sushi restaurant."
Yeah, I know. Apparently, you need a guy for that. I just do it myself. Call and get reservations. Sometimes, if I'm desperate, I'll ask my sister-in-law because she kind of works for our foundation. So I'll call her and be like, "Hey, will you name drop?" I'm too embarrassed to name drop. So sometimes that happens, but it's few and far between.
What did you make of the Bryce Harper situation with the Giants and Hunter Strickland from a pitcher's perspective?
From a pitcher's perspective, it sure looked like he was holding on to a grudge from a few years back, and I mean that was definitely on purpose, and I can definitely understand why Bryce was a little upset.
Okay, have you held a grudge? Do you hold a grudge with anybody right now that I should know about?
I mean, there's some hitters that I don't like, obviously. But
what did they do?
Like,
what did they do to make you be mad at them?
Well, for me, it's more about just on-field antics more than if you get hits off me or not. Guys that get hits off me and go about it the right way, and if they hit homers, they don't just stand there and stare at it for a really, really long time. I'm okay with that. But the antics are probably what gets me to have some grudges.
What happens? What's that moment like when somebody leaves the batter's box going to the mound? Have you had that feeling recently?
I don't know if I'm allowed to admit that I've hit a few guys on purpose in my day, but
I think you just did.
Yeah. So I haven't had anybody, start that walk out. So I don't know yet, to be honest.
Do you drop? Are you ready for? Do you have a game plan here? Have you discussed this with teammates, your wife? If this happens, this is what I do.
My wife would be so mad if anything happened. She would not appreciate that at all. She doesn't like it when I chirp at umpires or if I get in any type of tiff on the field. But she also knows it's part of it. But yeah, I mean, I have a game plan. I mean, in my head, I know exactly what I'm going to do. It's going to be like a Kyle Farnsworth situation. Just go up there and form tackle the guy. But I'm also not as big and strong as Kyle Farnsworth, so I don't know exactly how it's going to work out. Just have to pick the right hitter, I guess.
You know you're going to hit somebody on purpose. Does the catcher need to know or anybody else need to know you're going to hit somebody on purpose? Hypothetically here, Clayton.
Yeah, I mean, the catcher can kind of get in the way if you want him to. I think that's probably important. I think that's, usually most of the time it's so premeditated that everybody kind of knows what's going on, Well,
yeah, it's a tricky thing because I'm trying to understand when somebody needs to be hit. And at least in the National League, you're going to the plate. Whereas these guys in the American League, when you're not going to the plate, I have a big problem with that.
You do?
Yes. If you're throwing a baseball at somebody, they can't throw their bat at you. So all they can do is go to the mound. They go to the mound. Bryce Harper gets 3 games, and Hunter Strickland gets 6. To me, I would have sat down Strickland for 15 games. He did it.
Games?
He did it on purpose. He's a reliever, Clayton.
Yeah. So I in that situation it didn't. I don't know the backstory, but it doesn't look like, other than the homers that Bryce hit, it doesn't look like there's a reason for him to hit it. But in certain situations, you have to protect your teammates, and so I feel like And in the American League, yes, the pitcher is not hitting, but you have to know that if you hit somebody without, premeditation or anything like that, then your best hitter more than likely is going to get hit. So you're going to have to answer to that. And so I feel like that's almost worse than getting hit yourself, is to put your best hitter, on the line like that.
Have you ever apologized to a hitter?
Yeah, I mean, I think I've like gunned my bat to the chest before. Yeah, I think, I've hit, one of the ones I remember is I hit Brett Gardner and hit his finger, and I broke his finger, and he was out for, a month or something. And that's terrible. Obviously that feels terrible. You don't want to do that. So, there's certain situations where I think an apology is necessary.
Dodger pitcher Clayton Kershaw joining us. Did you ever consider being a closer?
No, I think I've kind of always been a starter. So, I think closing's fun, though. That one time I did it was really fun. A lot of adrenaline rush.
But could you do that, though? It's a whole different mentality that you have, getting geared up when you go to the ballpark, knowing that there's a chance you're going to pitch, as opposed to there's no chance that I'm pitching.
Yeah, I love being a starting pitcher. I can't imagine, not having that set routine every 5 days and just going through that. Just kind of showing up to the ballpark, and it would be fun because you'd be in the action more. So I would enjoy that, but kind of knowing that every fifth day is your day and you kind of control the game that day, and whether you pitch good, you win; you pitch bad, you lose. I enjoy that.
You look at all these guys that everybody seems to be clocking in at 95 miles an hour, and you don't have to. And I still maintain I would
like to. I mean, I'd love it if I could. I just can't.
What's the hardest you ever threw?
I don't know. Back in my younger days, I think I got up there pretty good, but the age kind of and throws, you kind of lose a little bit over time.
But don't you think you're better because you don't rely on throwing 95? You pitch, you don't throw, and that's what a lot of these guys now just throw.
Well, relievers, you can do that. You get away with that. You throw a 95 with, one incredible off-speed pitch, you're going to be pretty successful out of the bullpen if you don't have to face guys multiple times over and over again. But, yeah, as a starter, I think the best ones are the ones that do throw 95 but also know how to pitch. And I think those are the, I don't think there's a ton of guys, off the top of my head that, Dallas Keuchel is the first one that comes to mind that doesn't light up the radar gun, but watching him pitch is pretty impressive, the way he can go about a lineup. Dodgers
in first place. How's morale?
Good. We're playing good, man. We have a great team. JT has been out for 10 days or so, and Jock's been out for a week or so, and I think we're 9-2 in our last 11 games or something. So just a testament to the depth we have. We've had a lot of guys step up, play really well. So it's a fun time right now.
How many kids do we have now?
I have 2 kids. Yeah, I got a 2-year-old and a 6-month-old.
Oh, man.
Yeah, that's awesome.
What sport are they going to play?
I was talking, I don't know. My wife she loved dancing. She was a dancer growing up. So I think our daughter has no choice there. She's going to be a dancer. And then Charlie, I hope he plays first base, honestly, because I know he's not going to be fast if he has any genes like me. So he's probably going to play first base. And, but football, basketball. Football's tough. I don't know what to do about football anymore. Play, not play. I don't know what to do there. But I'm really looking forward to all that stuff. That'll be fun.
But do you talk to Stafford about this? That he plays the sport. You're friends with him, and do you want your kids to play football?
Well, he's got twin girls right now, so I don't know if he has to worry about that yet. But, Matthew, I haven't talked to him about it. I think quarterback, I feel like, I don't know. I mean, you still get hit in the head. It's so hard. I think if my son wanted to play, I think it'd be really hard to stop him. I don't want to take that away from him. But, just all the stuff that's coming out. And hopefully in 10 years when he's ready to play, there'll be some new helmet that I don't have to worry about anymore.
Well, congrats so far on the season. Always great to catch up with you. Thanks for making time for us, Clayton.
All right, Dan. Appreciate it. Thanks.
Clayton Kershaw, my LA Dodgers.
The Dan Patrick Show, weekday mornings on Audience.